don't leave, don't leave. No, 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 no. If I hurt you. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Don't you leave. Please, baby, please. Stay here with me. Baby, don't you leave. I need to see your face at least. And if you leave, pray for me. Please, baby, please. Stay here with me. Baby, don't you leave. I need to see your face at least. And if you leave, pray for me. I had a dream that I could be without you. Oh, for real that I could even catch you, see without you. Guess I would be without you. Oh, be free without you. Back then I woke up right next to you. To you. Don't leave, don't leave, don't leave, don't leave. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Don't you leave. Please, baby, please. Stay here with me. Baby, don't you leave. I need to see your face at least. And if you leave, pray for me. Please, baby, please. Stay here with me. Baby, don't you leave. I need to see your face at least. And if you leave, pray for me. I had a dream that I could be without you. Oh, for real that I could even catch you, see without you. Guess I would be without you. Oh, be free without you. Back then I woke up.
It's hour number 2 of the Doug Stewart Show, baby. Let's go. Yeah. Welcome back to the show, Man Talk Monday. Good morning to all of the Stewies out there, even Juan Cruz, Big Apple Bastard, and the Angry Black Man. Even y'all. Even y'all. You know what, man? And this is hour number 2 of the Doug Stewart Show, 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougsstewartshow.com. You know what? This whole Jim Boeheim thing, man, it reminds me of something my grandmama used to say all the time. Pretty much all the old black ladies in the neighborhood. God don't like ugly. Did you hear me? And I did put a little bit of low country on that just now with the God, G-A-W-D. God don't like ugly. Now, many of you may have never heard of that whole saying before in your life. But basically what it means is, God don't like you to do wrong to other people's, and you get repaid in some type of way down the line. You know, it's that whole karma thing that they always talk about. God don't like ugly. Jim Boeheim didn't have to do that last week. He didn't have to go there. Like, what purpose did that serve? Really? Like, what purpose did that serve? If you're new to the show, last week Jim Boeheim went ham talking about the ACC should always play in New York, and this shouldn't be in Greensboro where the tournament was held every year for forever pretty much. And he just railed on about how crappy Greensboro is, and it was very disrespectful. It was disrespectful in the fact that Syracuse just got into the damn ACC a while back, and you coming in there, man, and you making demands. You don't go to nobody else's house as a guest, even if you're a living guest, even if you're going to live there from now on. I gave the example last week. If your house burned down and your neighbor offers you to come live with them, you know, You can't go in your neighbor's house making demands about changing shit. It was very disrespectful. It was very elitist. It was very condescending. And God don't like ugly. They ass not going to the tournament, and they play in Greensboro. Praise his holy name. Right. I mean, the reason they bounce is because the Big East ain't like it used to be. Simple as that. The Big East is pretty much, dead in relative terms to the way it was back in the 80s or whatever when I was growing up. It's just not the same. Okay? And so, man, come on, just be quiet. That wasn't even necessary. And then he said, Boeheim was like, the reason I'm saying this is because I'm about to retire or whatever. I think he said that next year is going to be his last year. And so he don't care. But what's the point of that? Like, really, what's the point of that? You're supposed to be a head coach. You're supposed to, fall to a higher standard. And class. That was just classless. Even you, Big Apple bastard. Even you, Juan Cruz. You would agree that was classless, right? Come on. Come on, man. Even you can agree that was classless. There was no need to go there. There was no need. You could have kept that to yourself. Another thing my grandma and them used to say is, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say it at all. You didn't even have to go there. So the good. Another classic line from my grandmama. The good. 404-382-0338. You can also email me at Doug@thedougstewartshow.com. 33 points, 11 boards, and 14 assists against the Utah Jazz in a 112-104 Thunder win Saturday. Russell Westbrook recorded his 32nd triple-double of the year. Baller award to Russell Westbrook. Right. Passing Wilt Chamberlain for second most in an NBA season. Next up and last up for Westbrook is Oscar Robertson, who had 41 triple-doubles in the 1961-62 season. Let me stop right there, man. So all of this talk about Westbrook this weekend, ironically, Oscar Robertson's triple-double year, where he averaged 41 triple-doubles in the 61-62 season, was also the same season that Wilt Chamberlain averaged over 50 points a game. Like, what the hell was going on in the 61-62 season? So I popped on my phone, man, and went and looked at the box score for Wilt Chamberlain's game season in 61-62. So at the start of the year, like, he probably was averaging right at about 27, 28 points. And every month it went up. Like, Wilt Chamberlain for the last third part of the season was averaging like 60 points a game. What? No lie. Go look at it. It's the craziest thing ever. Go look at it. Like, for the last, if there's 82 games in the season, Wilt Chamberlain probably for the last 30 games, last 25 games, was averaging like right at around 60 points a game. Like, they couldn't stop this guy. And very interesting stuff, man. But Westbrook has 16 games to reach 9 triple-doubles and catch Robertson. With 69 in his career, Westbrook needs 9 more to tie Wilt Chamberlain for 4th all-time with triple-doubles. The Thunder are 26-6 this season when Westbrook records a triple-double and 11-23 when he does it. Let's stop right there. Ball award to Russell Westbrook again. Yeah. Let's stop right there with that. Very important thing when you talk about Russell Westbrook and why I think he should win the MVP this year, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. A lot of time, cats that put on these big exhibitions of amassing numbers, a lot of times the stats are hollow. Like, a baseball example, analogy is, whenever Mark McGwire and Sammy Socha were hitting all those 60 and 70 home runs and whatnot, their teams weren't really doing a lot in the postseason. They didn't win any championships. They didn't win any World Series. So there's this thing we talk about hollow stats. I talk about Tony Romo. Tony Romo's got a lot of stats, but, I mean, really, at the end of the day, what do they really mean? And so whenever somebody seems like that they're a stat stuffer, they always look at, well, what does the team do record-wise? Does their production equate to them winning games? So it's very easy to look at Russell Westbrook and be like, oh, he's just padding his stats. He's taking a ton of shots or whatever, and the Thunder aren't winning a lot of games. Such is not the case, okay? Let the record show. In the year that Russell Westbrook is going to probably, surpass Oscar Robertson as far as triple-doubles, the Thunder are 26-6 when Russell Westbrook gets a triple-double. And they're 11-23 when they don't. What that says is Russell Westbrook has got a ball out of control for the Thunder to win. If they didn't have Russell Westbrook, they would be horrible. After 66 games, Westbrook is averaging a triple-double, 31-9, or 31.9 points, 10.5 boards, and 10.1 assists per game. He needs to average 9.5 assists and 7.8 rebounds in the Thunder's remaining 16 games to become the first NBA player to average a triple-double for a full season since, once again, Oscar Robertson did it in the 61-62 season. Right now, the Oklahoma City Thunder are sitting at the 6th spot in the Western Conference. They are 6 games ahead of the Denver Nuggets for the 8th spot. So there's no real risk of them not making the playoffs, man. Go ahead and listen, this is a tremendous year. I got to be honest with you. There's an argument that can be made for, Kawhi Leonard. You can make an argument for LeBron James every year. He's probably the best player in basketball, hands down. You can make a big-ass argument for James Harden, which we'll talk about here in a second, and what he did last night for the Houston Rockets. But you got to give this award to Russell Westbrook. And it seems like Russell Westbrook has a lot of haters. Cats have been saying he's been a ball hog his entire career. He's always been overshadowed by Kevin Durant. And I've always said, probably longer than anybody else on radio or TV or whatever, man, that Russell Westbrook shouldn't feel like he's inferior to anybody. And that's probably what he was going through for many years under Kevin Durant. Now, listen, Kevin Durant's that dude. I love Kevin Durant's game. I've always said that. But Russell Westbrook, man, Russell Westbrook ain't no punk. And cats have always treated him like he should be the second fiddle to Kevin Durant. I don't know about that. I don't know about it. When it's all said and done, man, Westbrook might end up being the better player or the more highly regarded player. That dude can play. Ball award to Russell Westbrook. Ball award to that cat. And I've never thought that he deserved or got his right due. And he's starting to show it this year, man. If that dude don't play, if that dude doesn't do everything, the numbers say that the Oklahoma City Thunder are going to lose. Okay? This dude got a rebound at 6'4"? This dude got a rebound. He got to make assists. He got to score. He got to block shots. He got to do everything. All right, so ball award to him on this Monday. Let me read some of your messages in the chat room on Spreaker.com. From Derek in the chat room on Spreaker.com and 6162, a lot of those dudes were short and unathletic. Clearly. The term before their time. And they had this little small documentary on one of those channels I saw advertised this weekend about Wilt Chamberlain. You go back and look at some of Wilt's numbers, man. I mean, it's just absolutely incredible. But what my man Derek is saying has a lot of validity to it. Okay? So you had this 7'2" athletic just beast that one year led the league in assists, led the league in scoring, obviously, with average of 50 points. Average a triple-double for a year. Basically, if you go back and look at it, the players in the competition, the guys that were going up against him, there was no way to stop Wilt Chamberlain. And when he would average 50 points a game, He could have done that pretty much whenever he wanted to. I guess he just made a concerted effort to do that, and he did it. Like, what are you going to do when Wilt